Welcome to Friendly Math 101. Today's lesson is over arc length. Let's first go over our formula to solve for arc length. I first want to define some variables. This right here is the Greek letter lambda, and that's going to stand for our arc length. On our circle, lambda is located here. Then we have C. C is going to stand for circumference. We should have already known that one. And then we have M. M is going to be the central angle measure. So this M is going to be degrees. So it's going to be here, M degrees. Okay. So now for our formula that we need to remember. Our formula to solve for arc length is arc length divided by circumference equals m over 360. So here we have two proportions equal to each other, two ratios equal to each other, and then we just solve for the missing piece. Okay, so let's do some examples. My first one says find lambda. So I'm going to rewrite my equation. Lambda over circumference equals m over 360. I can define some variables. So lambda is unknown. M is our central angle measure of 30. And our circumference, well, it's not given to us, but we do have the radius. Since we have the radius, remember circumference is 2 pi r. So 2 pi times 24. And so our circumference is 48 pi. 48 pi. And again, we can leave the pi there. We don't have to worry about multiplying that in. Now let's set up our proportions. So we have lambda over circumference. Since lambda is what I'm solving for, it's going to stay lambda. I don't actually put in a value because I don't know it yet. Equals m 30 over 360. Now all we need to do is cross multiply. So this is what we do when we have two proportions, we cross multiply. So we have 360 lambda. Lambda is just a variable. You can think of it like x. Equals 48 times 30 pi. So 1440 pi is what we get there. To get lambda by itself, I'm going to divide by what's in front of it. So divide both sides by 360. If you notice when you're dividing, when I divide by 360, nothing happens to this pi, it just stays there. So we get lambda equals, just divide the numbers here, 4 pi. And that would be our answer. Lambda equals 4 pi. Okay, moving on to our next example. In this example, it says find m. So again, I'm going to write my formula. It's lambda over circumference equals m over 360. And I can define my variables. So lambda is the arc length. That's going to be this here, 6 pi. M is unknown. So that's what I'm looking for. Circumference, again, I'm just given the radius, so circumference is 2 pi r. R is 8, and so my circumference is 16 pi. Then we can plug everything in. So lambda is 6 pi. The circumference is 16 pi. Then we have m, which I don't know, so I'm going to leave it m, over 360. Now before we go ahead and cross multiply, you can see that we have a pi here and here. Those are going to 1 out. So I can just cross them out they're no longer there, they turn into 1. And then I can cross multiply. So I'm going to have 16m equals 6 times 360. So 6 times 360 is 2,160. To get m by itself, I'm going to divide by 16 on both sides. Remember, when I get my answer, m is a angle measure, so I'm going to put that in degrees. So when I divide by 16, I get 135 degrees. That is my central angle measure. Thank you for watching, and for more math tutorials, please subscribe to our channel, Friendly Math 101.